Welcome to my study today. In our last video we looked at the differences between the present simple tense and the present continuous tense. But do you know how many ways we actually use the present simple tense? Let me show you. Facts, repeated actions and universal truths. John wakes up at 6 a.m. every day. That's a repeated action. Water freezes at 0 degrees centigrade. That's what we call a universal truth because it's the same in England as it is in Germany, as it is in Japan. Water freezes at 0 degrees centigrade. My parents live in London. That's a fact. Notice I do not say here my parents are living in London with the continuous tense. It is possible sometimes to say that, but if I'm giving you a fact, I would use the present tense. My parents live in London. Anne drinks tea every day. That's a repeated action. Fritz smokes too much, unfortunately, and that's a fact. And finally, newspaper headlines. Crocodile eats man. It's very convenient to use the simple present tense in this kind of shorthand that you see in a newspaper headline. We can also use the present simple tense with a future meaning. Now this is especially so in timetables. The flight takes off at 9:30, goes to Paris first, leaves there at 1:30 and lands in Madrid at 4:15. Now, if you look at these look like present tenses, but they're used with a kind of future idea. We can also do this for programs, for plays, for cinemas, for example. The film begins at 8 p.m. Begins is obviously present tense, but it's referring to something in the future. Instructions and explanations are especially good for present tense, something like a recipe. I break an egg, add some butter and flour, mix it, then roll the pastry. In the first conditional, that's an if sentence, we will use the present tense. If I see him, I will tell him. This has a kind of future reference because you are going to see him in the future, but it's a present tense use. Parallel actions, things which happen at the same time. When I turn on the switch, the light comes on. Both present tense again. In notices, texts and letters, we use the present tense to refer to what it says in the letter. And we express it this way. For example, this notice, it says, "Do not feed the swans or ducks." Notice we do not use the phrase, "it is written." It is written is reserved for predicting the future. We would say something like, "It is written in the stars." So if you want to refer to a text, say in a letter, you would say, "It says in the letter," and then you tell the person whatever it says in the letter. Here are some things you need to know about the present simple tense. The third person singular present tense, that's he, she and it, ends in an S and we have to hear it pronounced. A lot of students, and I mean a lot of students, miss this S and it really is noticeable, so please try to make an effort to let us hear it. If you look at the verb to speak, I speak, you speak in the singular, you speak, we speak, they speak in the plural, but when we come to he, she and it, we need the S. And as I said before, we have to hear it. He speaks, she speaks, it speaks. Other verbs, runs, plays, likes, carries. Verbs ending in SS, SH, CH, X and O add an ES to the third person singular. I kiss, she kisses. I rush, he rushes. I watch, it watches. I fix, he fixes. I do, she does. Very important one, that one. I go, he goes. When Y follows a consonant, we change Y into an I and add ES. I carry, he carries. I copy, she copies. They try, he tries. But verbs ending in Y following a vowel keep the usual rule. I say, she says. They obey, she obeys. And finally, here is an unusual use of the present tense, but you will see it. It is used for a dramatic narrative. You can listen to my voice and read the text, which is very good practice as a listening and reading exercise, and try to copy the intonation. Saturday afternoon. It is Saturday afternoon and my brother and I are at a football match. The goalkeeper throws the ball to Gomez, who kicks it to Firmino. Firmino runs down the touchline and passes the ball to Salah, who kicks it into the goal. The people around us cheer loudly and we clap our hands. Next time we'll look at verbs not normally used in the continuous tenses. So thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe below, and I'll see you next time. Bye.